Well, when you want a sandwich, I mean a going all out, loaded on sandwich, you may want to check out the Cuban. Lots of meat, lots of cheese, lots of extras, almost too much to be called a sandwich. It's like a super sandwich.
Yes, it is. It's yummy, and it's got all kinds of stuff on it. I was telling you just a few minutes ago, I did a little bit of research on where Cubans came from, and you know, this is my thing. I just will pick something out that is like, I've never made that before, and I'll just kind of research it and do it. And we had a trial run on this last night with my husband, and it was a hit.
It was a big hit.
It was a big hit. So what it started out as in Florida, in Miami and Tampa and all through there, that they vary just a little bit depending on where you get them. But they basically were sandwiches for the cigar workers back in the late 1800s. They started making these sandwiches and selling them. They're really street food.
Huh.
So it's really interesting, and it's really yummy. And I've seen really good Cubans over the years, and I've seen really bad Cubans. And so I thought, well, we'll give it a shot and see what we can do. The main thing that you have to do with a Cuban, because a lot of it is cold cuts, but you have to have really, really good roasted pork. So this is where I started it last night. And by the way, this is kind of, I got coaching from my boss at Milo's. We love Dave Alvarez. He is, he is my boss, and he gave me specific instructions.
So he has that connection.
Yes, well, his family has a Cuban background. He has a Cuban heritage, and so he was very specific with me on what I should do and what I should not do. But the pork, what I did yesterday, last night I did a pork shoulder, and I put cumin on it, salt, pepper, oregano, and kind of put that on very, kind of like a rub, and did fat side up. And then I put Milo's lemonade, orange juice, and I squeezed a couple of limes, depending on how big your meat, how big a piece of meat you're doing. But I did extra so that we would have the pork for other things, because this pork is so good. So then you just cook it low and slow till it really just is pull apart.
You did it in the oven, or did you do it in the crock pot?
Well, you could do it in the crock pot. I did it in the oven. I find that in the oven, I don't know, it may just be in my mind, but it seems to have more flavor if I put it in the oven. And I was home, so, but you're talking about, about 3 hours, 3.5, depending on how big a piece of meat you have. So that's what we did last night, or yesterday afternoon, and we made sandwiches last night, and we'll put them together here in just a little bit. You got to have really good ingredients, but oh my goodness, on a day like today, this is an awesome thing to have.
Well, and I love that you did the lemonade with the orange juice. You're adding a lot of that acidity. So I would imagine too that really helps tenderize the meat.
It does.
Pulls apart.
It makes it really flavorful. And of course, anywhere that I'm going to put Milo's in it, we're all natural and no additives, no preservatives. So I put some of our lemonade in there because normally it has orange juice and lime juice. So I thought, why not?
Perfect.
So,
all right, well, we're going to stack it up coming up a little bit later on in the show. For now, drinkmilos.com, great website, lots of information. You can always follow them as well on their social media pages. Thank you, Nita.
Thank you.